All right, next in the docket, we're going to talk some sports here, and we'll get into a couple of subjects in a second. But first, I want to talk about the fight, over the fight. Manny Pacquiao and his team, they're facing a lawsuit from angry fans because he did not disclose a shoulder injury prior to the Mayweather fight. Now, it's not just that he didn't tell the fans. Pacquiao didn't check no on a questionnaire from the Nevada Boxing Commission asking about existing injuries. Plaintiffs shelling out a lot of money to watch the fight. I paid a lot myself here. I'm not suing, but I did. And many folks are saying, hey, we were deceived. We expected a fight with two guys who were healthy, and now they're looking for damages up to $5 million. This could turn into a class action lawsuit. Real simply, Doug, you've been involved in these kind of things, not in this, but where's the threshold? No, where's the threshold for this? And how hard is it? Is it like herding cats for these class action suits? I mean, or is it the same? This one's easy. It's not like different damages for different folks. You paid $100 and you were misled here as to what you were buying.
So I assume they're looking at it like a consumer class action lawsuit.
That's what it is. That's
right?
What it is.
So first off, you have to ask yourself, does this pass the smell test, really? And then you have to look at when these people, they did get a fight. Nobody's saying they didn't get a fight.
Right.
They ordered a fight. They got a fight.
But they got damaged goods here because the person wasn't representative of his condition.
Listen, the only thing
they'd argue they may not have bought the fight if they knew that he was hurt before he got in the ring.
They may not have taken a $25,000 private plane and bought a $50,000 ticket. I mean, the pay-per-view guys, they paid $100.
Well, Jimmy's a high roller, so he's thinking about this person. Yeah.
I mean, no,
Listen,
seriously.
suppose he's in prime condition and the fight is over after one round. I mean, this is what you buy, a chance. But beyond that, I don't know about consumer class action, but there's a disconnect between the misrepresentations to the licensing board, and what the people bought. They don't know about the misrepresentations or omissions to the board, and they don't rely on them. So that's going to be a problem.
It sounds like a stretch.
But will they settle it just to make it go away?
I don't know.
No,
I find that people don't settle anything.
Why aren't people entitled to know?
Well, I got one better for you. Same subject that you're bringing up.
Disclose to the
he
public.
tried to get a cortisone shot before the fight because of this injury, saying, listen, I'm not taking it for doping, for whatever. I'm trying to mitigate a major rotator cuff that I have.
So
and they denied it. Why didn't I know about
the
that?
opponent slams him
Okay,
in the
I'm
shoulder.
sorry. Why didn't I know about
to cancel a fight.
No,
well, you could do that.
Why didn't I know about that or was told before I plunked down $100?
Well, don't you think it would
right
make him
now,
more money in the end to win the title and have more fights?
Okay,
The bigger
that's
question,
his strategy,
though,
but
Richard's
why,
point,
as a consumer, I have a right to know.
But if you look to
You
your
don't have a
point,
right to
Richard,
know.
if the people I think may have a case are the people who gambled on this fight, not the people who bought the ticket and simply watched the fight. Because if he won the fight and said, hey, I knocked him out and I had a bad shoulder, everyone's going to be like, wow, it's the Willis Reed of boxing, okay? But if you're gambling on this and you're betting on him, now maybe you start to say, hey, wait a minute, I wouldn't have put money down.
Mayo leads us to our next point.
Some of the gamblers are playing.
Right.
We talked about the suit against Pacquiao, and we talked about the betting, though. What if instead of the fight, you bet on the AFC Championship game last year? Thank you, Mayo, for the segue. And they found out, well, those footballs were tampered with. Can you sue Tom Brady and the Patriots over the underinflated balls? I'm trying to figure out here with this DeflateGate now, whatever else. I believe there'll be a suspension. There's no confirmation on this. Certainly there'll be a fine. Doesn't look like ownership or management in terms of even the coaching staff knew about this. If you read, and I'm telling you people, I can't do this on TV, but if you read the two ding-dongs here and the text back and forth, it is comedy gold, okay? It is fantastically funny. And they didn't like Tom Brady and the balls.
Who
All right,
does?
so anyway.
Who likes Tom Brady?
If you're a Patriot fan, I guess.
This is the ultimate revenge and the only revenge for a Jets
but my
fan.
point is, Mayo, if we're talking about betting, if I'm in Vegas and I'm betting the game, right, and he lied about it and everything else ahead of time or manipulated the playing field so it wasn't equal, should I be able to get recourse and get my bet back? Or
We would have perpetual lawsuits because you'd go back to all the people who were doping that you never thought were doping. And I think you should have a case, but only if you could prove that you knew that the Seahawks were going to throw the pass to the middle of the line for the Patriots
No, but it was
and the
against
Super Bowl.
Indianapolis.
this
I
was
know,
a
but
game
you got
before, yeah.
you got to have the
ball
vision to see
cost
both.
them 40 points. The ball. Maybe if you lost on the spread and you could somehow attach the spread to
who
the
else is
deflating
nervous
of
with
the
Mark talking about
balls.
balls? And just, I'm just worried. I'm just seeing FCC here. Okay, moving off of that one quickly. My point, though, is
45-7.
Okay.
You think he had to cheat?
I'm making you the commissioner's office right now. All right. What would be a suitable punishment? This isn't a law. They don't have to go before a court. Would you suspend Brady? Because obviously, if you read the text clearly, the quarterback was giving direction to the minions in terms of what he wanted done to the footballs. Do you suspend him? Do you fine him? What do you think the right punishment is
Put
for
an
this?
asterisk next to his name. You
Oh,
treat him
stop
like Pete
with the
Rose,
asterisk, I'm begging
and
you.
he never makes it into the Hall of Fame, despite the fact that he's probably one of the best quarterbacks that ever played in football.
No, that's too draconian. But look, as a Jets fan, I want him expelled. But 4, 5, 6 games. He's got to get something that's more than a slap on the wrist for
He's
this.
gotta
Because
pay.
the NFL is a cash cow, and this is the poster boy for the NFL.
So you want a big fine?
No, I want him suspended.
Suspended.
I
Okay.
want a major fine.
What does the fine matter? You know how much money he makes?
Okay, how many games?
The team has 4 to 6 games.
How about you?
I assume that the NFL, it seems like the NFL is making everything up as they go along.
Yes, they
Don't
are.
they have this all figured out? If you have
but
a
probably-
They
Probably-
waited till after the draft to do this, so they couldn't take away draft picks.
Probably
All
deflating the
right.
balls.
Probably
Maybe
2
that's
games.
there's
Mayo,
always been cheating
Mayo,
in sports.
I got one last thing.
Spitballs,
I
all that.
specifically saved time for this. Okay, I can sue Pacquiao. I may not win, but I can try that.
take
People are talking about maybe suing here to get. Can I sue the Knicks? Can I sue the Knicks, or more specifically,
can
can we
always sue
sue?
the
I mean,
You're gonna win.
what?
You sue the Knicks.
Why is Isaiah Thomas back? Can somebody
Isn't he
explain
back
that?
for the Liberty?
Isaiah Thomas
Isn't
is
he
the
for the
best
Liberty?
thing for the NBA because all the people Isaiah Thomas drafted went on to be great ball players. Not for the
That's
not for the
true.
Knicks.
That is not
Not
true.
for the Knicks, but for other teams. And now they're all in the playoffs and they're doing really well.
Do you remember Jerome James and,
Yeah,
and
but you look at-
Jeffries and the rest here, these guys here, and they got the mid-levels? Don't you go there.
Was
Don't
he with
make this out to
Crawford?
be a
I
rock.
think Crawford. I think he had Zach Randolph.
He traded them all, and then
Well,
we
he
got
traded
and
them, but he
and
drafted
went
them.
over
He
the
was
max,
brilliant.
and then
Yeah.
we were in salary cap hell. My point is, how does a guy who the team has to pay nearly $12 million in a sexual harassment case get appointed president of a women's basketball team by the same guy who had to write the check for what he did when he was with the Knicks?
He's not going to be harassing the Liberty players. Let me just say,
Don't
say
you
that,
go ahead.
right?
You're going to only get me in trouble.
I'm not going to say it, and that's
Mayo,
it.
come on.
Isaiah Thomas, if
This
you
is the
simply
perfect
look
job
at
for him.
his job as a general manager, did a good job. When
No,
you look
he
at,
did not
when
do
you
a
look
good
at,
job. He bankrupted an entire league called the CBA. I can go down the line here.
Well, no,
he
no,
was
no,
a
but with
great
the-
ball player.
with the Knicks,
Mayo,
in
tell him he
terms
can
of
sue.
drafting,
Just tell him he can sue.
you can definitely sue. I would sue the Knicks more because they won the last game. If they didn't win the last game, they have a better shot at getting the #1 pick.
Okay.
And Isaiah would
By
have
the way,
had the win.
Isaiah has photos on somebody. Maybe he's got him on Mayo too. Stop it.
Listen,
All right.
Dolan is like J. Edgar Hoover with Isaiah and with Sater, but at least in the recent years, the Rangers have been winning. I mean,
By
he
the
is
way,
a
I let
brutal
him say
owner.
that one. I didn't say it, but I let him say that one. All right, now our picture of the day, it comes from the world of sports. Workers are removing.
please, you have to
I'm
do this
sorry,
to me.
Mark. We got to go here, but we're removing the ice from. I'm not down there on the floor, but from Nassau Coliseum, the Islanders, as we know, terrible Game 7, by the way, get knocked out of the playoffs last week. The run to the Coliseum is over. You heard a prediction here first. They will be back on the island, albeit after a short trip to the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. A boy can dream. All right, we'll be right back, everybody. And in a case here where people ever had to wonder why sometimes attorneys aren't liked, just talk about this case with a cop at Starbucks and suing over a whole bunch of stuff. We'll be back with that and more after this.